everybody, GeGe from GeGe Yoga here. I know it's been a while, it's been a really long time since I last uploaded yoga practice on this channel, but I just felt the calling to do one today. So today we have a Vinyasa practice which has options for more advanced modifications of poses, but plenty in there for people who just want a nice general flow as well. So I really hope you enjoy. This is a strong flow, so get your muscles out. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to start today's practice in extended child's pose. So widen your knees as wide as your mat, big toes to touch, you're at your back of your mat, and you're going to start to walk the fingertips forward, bringing the forehead all the way down to the mat. Start to reach your chest down towards the mat, your bum back towards the heels, and then really think about stretching those fingertips forward. This is nice and active, an active start for a strong practice. And just take a moment here to settle in. You might have had a particularly busy day or an emotionally turbulent day, so allow this to be your moment to arrive. And we're going to take some counted breaths here, so you're going to breathe in for a count of 4 and out for a count of 5, so a gentle extension of that breath. Here we go, breathing in through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, out through the nose or mouth, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make this your last one. In 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gorgeous. Okay, coming up to your hands and knees, tabletop position. Knees underneath the hip joints and hands underneath the shoulder points. We're going to take some cat-cow here. So inhale, as you drop the belly, lift the booty, lift the chest, lift the chin, maybe smile. And as you exhale, push down through the ground to dome the back, move the shoulder blades away from each other and really tuck the pelvis under. And going through that again, inhale to your cow. And exhale, meow to your cat. Sucking that belly button towards the spine. One more round like this. Inhaling. And exhaling. And then bringing a little bit of freestyle into the mix. So whatever it is you need today, maybe you take a bit more movement in your hips. Maybe you just want the version of the pose, which is totally fine. You want to work through your wrists a little bit, turning one hand backwards and then the other. These are just suggestions. You move how you want. You can incorporate the neck. Or if you're feeling like, you need another moment, you can even just go back into your child's pose, whatever works for you. Taking a couple more breaths here. And Making sure that the movement never stops. It's fluid, it's water-like. Last in breath and out breath. Gorgeous. Come back to your tabletop position. Bring your left hand just underneath your chin line, pressing up and through, and then reaching bow and arrow with that right hand all the way up to the sky. Make sure not to take everything with you, okay? So we're twisting through the shoulders. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to thread the needle. So bringing that right arm underneath the left one, resting onto the right side of your face, allowing your weight to press onto that right shoulder, and then extending the left arm, the left fingertips towards the left corner of the mat, left top corner. From here, you can stay here, or you have a balance challenge option. You can start to see if you can lift the left toes off the ground, really feeling into that core stability early in the class, nice and active through the lifted toes. Inhale and exhale, bring the knee down, bring the foot down, press into your left hand, reach all the way up with that right hand. Inhale and exhale, right hand down. Exactly the same thing on the other side. So right hand to the center line, reach the left arm all the way up, bow and arrow. Inhale, super intentional with that movement. Exhale, we thread the needle all the way underneath. Gorgeous, that palm faces upwards, and then taking the same options on this side, so that right hand can go all the way to the right top corner of the mat. And maybe you take that balance challenge. So lifting up through those right toes, whether they're flexed or planted, it really doesn't matter. Breathing in. Ooh, feel that wobble. Breathing out. Don't fall on camera, Geraldine. Breathing in. And bring that knee all the way down. Right hand, inhale, lift the left arm all the way up. And exhale, back to center, taking one round of cat-cow here. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the chest. And exhale, round everything in, really exaggerate that dome. And back to center. We're going to take some modified side planks here. So you're going to start to turn your body towards the right, so turning the chest towards the right, as you rotate the left foot just a little quarter angle here, stretching the right leg out nice and long, reach the right arm all the way up towards the sky. So you want to be tucking your bum under here, creating one nice long straight, long lean line from your toe all the way up the hip to the rib cage. Gorgeous. Pressing into the left hand, maybe you lift the right toes. I want them pointed or flexed, not in between. No floppy dead fishes here. Breathing in and out. Another option here is to bend that top leg so the foot is coming behind you. This top hand might reach for the top of the foot. From here, kick that foot away from you, creating an almost back bend like movement. You'll feel a real stretch through the right armpit, the right shoulder, the right pec. One more breath in here. This is your half partridge. And exhale. Re-straighten that leg. Bring the foot down. You can even bring it slightly behind you. And then start to lift the chest up towards the sky. So this is a half wild thing. Really reaching the chest up and the hand backwards, breathing in. And as you breathe out, you bring the right hand all the way back down. You bring the right knee all the way back down. Exactly the same on the other side, okay? So the chest is going to turn towards the left side this time. It's your right knee that's going to come to a quarter angle here as you stretch the left leg out nice and long and reaching the left fingertips all the way up to the sky. You're pressing into your right hand. Make sure that hand is underneath the shoulder joint and lifting the left leg. There we go. So beautiful long line here. Feel that challenge in the core. Feel everything tightening up. Breathing in and out. Gorgeous. From here, you have your option to take half partridge, catching the top of the foot, same arm as leg, and then kicking back, maybe taking that back bend. Maybe your gaze is going to reach up towards the ceiling. If that's not you today, please don't worry. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, re-extend that leg with control. Bring the foot down, maybe slightly behind, and then taking your half wild thing. So taking just a mini back bend here, reaching the chest all the way up to the sky. So almost think like you're pulling your chest upwards. One more breath in and out as you come back to center. And again, let's reset. Drop the belly, lift the chin, lift the chest. And as you exhale, round everything in. Gorgeous. Let's keep challenging that core. Tucking the toes under. We're going to hover the knees just a couple of centimeters, inches, centimeters, not sure which. Off the ground, pressing through your hands. Here we go. Breathe in. Breathe out. Dome through your upper back. Breathe in. And out. You got one more. Make it shake. Breathe in. And out, up to downward facing dog, pressing through the heels of your palms. And you're gonna have a bend in the knees, that's all good. Pike your bum nice and high in the air. Long straight line through your back, extending through the spine. And then from here, you can warm it up. You can bend one knee and then the other. Whatever feels right and good to you today. Those hamstrings might feel a little bit. If that's the case, just treat them with respect. Don't go overstretching for the sake of overstretching. Okay, and from here, you can have bent knees or straight, but whichever you're doing, press those heels towards the mat with the intention of pressing them towards the mat. 3, for 2, space between the shoulders and ears, and for 1. Okay, look to the top of the mat. We're going to tiptoe all the way there. Try to create as much space as possible. So really high onto the toes, moving slowly. Keeping your hands up for as long as possible. If it's not possible to do it all the way up to the top, it's all good. It's a work in progress. Rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Good job. Take whatever adjustments you need here, and then bringing the big toes to touch a slight gap between the heels. We're going to come into a little bit of a balance challenge here in your sun salutations. So inhale, reach your arms all the way to the sky. As you reach them, you're going to start to come up onto the balls of your feet, lifting the heels and then squeezing your heels together. Okay, so our feet sometimes can lose a bit of control and the heels fall away from each other, and that's when we start getting rolled ankles and such. So I want you to really actively press the legs, press the heels together. I know I'm still talking. Nice and tall through the spine. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe you start to rotate that chest to the right. Just the chest and the arms. So just think upper body, we're isolating here. And back to center. And take it the other way. Ooh. And it's okay if there's wobbles, it's okay if you need to start again. And back to center, gorgeous job. Extra challenge if you want it. We're gonna swan dive forward. So flatten out your arms, flatten out your back. We're heading down towards your forward fold as your hands reach the ground. Halfway lift and exhale. Step it back to plank pose. For your first one, knees come down. We're going to take a sort of a ripple-like movement in our vinyasas today. So knees down, you're going to start to bring the head first forward as you ripple all the way down to the belly. Ooh la la, a bit sexy. Squeeze the elbows in towards the rib cage and lift the chest. Cobra. Inhale here. Exhale, fold, ripple yourself all the way back up to your downward facing dog. So we're trying to create as much fluidity as possible in the movement today. Look to the top of your mat, tiptoe your way there. So sticking with that tiptoe, lengthening through the hamstrings. Forward, half lift, and exhale. All the way up to the sky, and exhale, hands to heart center, reset, bring those big toes back together. Here we go, twice more just like that. We're going to speed it up a little bit. Inhale, reach all the way up, come up high onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, rotate to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, rotate to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, swan dive, maybe still on the balls of your feet. And forward fold. Flat back, half lift, your heels are down. And exhale to your plank pose. Knees down, ripple your way all the way through to the belly. Inhale, low cobra. Exhale, lower the chest. Ripple all the way, squeezing your belly towards your spine. Back to your downward facing dog, sticking your bum out slightly. Think of almost like a duck effect as you come back into your downward facing dog. Look to the top of the mat and tiptoe your way there. Now flat back, half lift, and exhale. Arms all the way up to the sky, and exhale, hands to heart center. One more time, hopefully feeling a little bit warmer at this point, big toes to touch. Inhale, reach all the way up and lift the heels, squeeze those legs together. Think of that engagement, that zip up all the way through the center of the body. Inhale here, exhale, rotate to the right. Inhale, squeeze belly towards spine as you come back to center, and exhale to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, swan dive all the way forward, flatten the heels. Inhale, flat back, half lift, and taking our ripple vinyasa. Knees come down, ripple all the way through, so head dips down first, stick your bum out till you come all the way through to your cobra. Inhale, and exhale, lower the chest, pressing all the way back, sucking the belly button in, tuck the toes under, stick the bum out in downward facing dog. Inhale, and exhale. Good job. We're going to do some plank ripples here, so I want you to think of really peeling your way all the way through to that full high plank. Good job. Pressing up through the hands here. Move the shoulder blades away from each other. Avoid piking the bum up or dropping it down. We want it nicely in the middle. Strong straight line. Breathing in and out. Pressing through the hands and moving the shoulder blades away from each other more than you think. Okay, so we want a very, very active plank here. Inhale and exhale. One more, you got this. I know you're shaking. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend the knees, stick the bum out and moving back to your downward facing dog. Moving through this a little bit more speedily now. Inhale, ripple your way all the way through to plank. Think of water, think of a wave. And exhale, stick your bum out back to downward facing dog. Twice more. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. Your core should be shaking by now. And exhale back to downward facing dog. This time coming through to your plank pose. And let's work on a bit of upper arm strength here, okay? So we're going to come into some tricep press ups, nice and slow. You have the option to drop your knees down for this, but why not challenge yourself? Why not give it a go, right? So squeezing the elbows in towards the rib cage. We're going down for 3 and up for 1, okay? So you're going to find it quite hard at the bottom. I'll stop talking now. Here we go. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, up. Good job, you got it. Twice more. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Exhale up. One more time. Remember, you can drop the knees, but see if you can manage one more. You got it. For 3, 2, 1, and back to your downward facing dog. If you need to take a quick child pose, you're very welcome to do so. Breathing in and all the way out. So hopefully feeling nice and activated through the core, through the hamstrings, and also through the shoulders. Let's get into our actual flow. Let's get into the meat of this. So pressing your left heel down, you're going to reach your right leg all the way up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Point or flex the toes, and then bend the knee and open up through the hips. You're stacking one hip on top of the other. Really press through that right hand. Let's take some knee circles here just to loosen up the hip joint. So coming out, 2, and 1, and change your direction. You might be feeling all sorts of clicks and adjustments. It's totally normal. Good. Re-extend that leg. Inhale. Exhale, you're going to come through plank and touch the right knee towards the left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee towards the left tricep. This time, extend the right leg. Move onto the sole of the left foot and reach the left arm all the way up to the sky. Lift the hips. You're in fallen star. Good job, everybody. Bring that left hand back down. Untangle your feet from the fairy lights. Oh, it's not quite happening. There we go. Reach the right leg up. Beautiful, but not practical. Nice. And bringing that right foot all the way through between the hands, coming into warrior one. So making sure that back foot's on a 45-degree angle, the hips are facing forward, and then lift up. Reach your arms all the way up to the sky, and then making sure, snuggle your shoulders away from the ears, making sure that they are next to the ears, in line with them, or just behind. Lift the chest, and then making sure that you're activating through the core so that the rib cage actually goes in rather than flaring outwards. Okay, so nice and activated. Squeeze the glutes towards each other. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to start to bring those hands down, palms face downwards. We're moving into warrior three. Yes, okay, so putting the weight forward into your right foot and lifting the left leg all the way off the ground. Close off your hips, point or flex that left foot. Doesn't matter, find a drishti point in front of you. Inhale. And as you exhale, start to bring the left knee all the way up to standing one-leg Tadasana. Squeeze that left knee all the way up to the chest. Inhale. And then bring the arms all the way up and overhead, finding that control. You can stay here with the knee like so, or you can extend the leg and hold for 3, for 2, for 1. From here, we're going to take a twist. You have 2 options. You can either re-bend that knee, bring the right hand towards the left knee and look back over the left hand. Or you can keep that leg extended, flex the foot, reach for the outside of the foot and look back. So you're getting that hamstring stretch as well. The knee doesn't have to be completely straight in this position. You can totally do it as well. One more breath in. And exhale all the way back to center. Start to swing that left leg all the way back so you're coming through your warrior three. Bring the left hand down. You might want to block here and reach the right arm all the way to the sky. Revolved half moon. Breathing in. And bend into that front knee. As you take the left toes down, the heel is still up, we're coming into reverse warrior. So coming into a twist, or through a twist rather, bring the right hand to the back of the left thigh and then looking either up to the hand or down to that back heel. Breathing in. And as you exhale, coming into warrior two, okay? So looking towards the long edge of the mat, your body is facing the left side of the room. You're bending into your right knee, maybe a slightly wider stance, the back foot's on a 90-degree angle. The shoulders are away from the ears, holding here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Gorgeous. Flip that front palm and reaching all the way up and back, coming into your reverse warrior 2. Really reaching up rather than planting the hand over the ear, finding length through the side body. Inhale, and as you exhale, coming into extended side angle, you want to be tucking this hip under slightly as you take the right arm on top of the left thigh, or right arm on top of the right thigh, I'm very sorry, and reach the left arm up and overhead. Squeeze that tush in, breathing in and breathing out as you bring that left hand all the way down to the mat. Pivot on the back foot. You have 2 options here. You can come to the modified plank that we did at the start of the session with the left knee down, or you can pivot onto the outside of the left foot and come into full side plank here, reaching the right arm up. Lift those hips for 3, for 2, and for 1. Gorgeous. Bring that right hand down and take a vinyasa, either the one we've been doing or a full chaturanga, to upward facing dog and back to downward facing dog. Breathing in and all the way out. We've got 1 more side to complete. Are we ready? Let's do this. So reach the left leg all the way up to the sky and keeping those hips closed off. And as you exhale, bend the knee and open up the hips, stacking one on top of the other, and then anchoring that right heel down towards the mat. Hip circles, here we go. For 3, for 2, for 1, and reverse your circles for 3, for 2, for 1. Gorgeous. Lift that left leg all the way up to the sky, close off the hips. And exhale, you're going to start to bring left knee towards right tricep, really doming through the upper back. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, moving into your fallen triangle here, or fallen star. So coming onto the sole of the left foot, the sole of the right foot, and reaching the right arm all the way up to the sky, lifting the chest. Inhale. Exhale, right hand comes down and back to your 3-legged dog. Inhale here. Exhale, left foot comes through between the hands. Plant the back foot on a 45-degree angle. Make sure those hips are closed off before you even come up and start to lift the body up. Gorgeous. Reach your arms all the way up to the sky and snuggle those shoulders down, 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 away from the ears. And then unflare those ribs, so tucking them in and squeezing those glutes. Super active position. Breathing in. As you breathe out, flare those hands behind you, palms face down, shift the weight into the front left foot and lift the right leg all the way up. Gorgeous. You're in warrior 3, holding for 1 breath in. And as you breathe out with control, we come up to your 1-legged Tadasana. So bringing your right knee all the way up, give it a squeeze, lift the chest, stand tall, and then reaching the arms up, either staying here or extending that leg for 3, for 2, for 1. You have your options for your twist here. Looking back this time at your right hand. Breathing in. And then with control, come all the way back to center. Gorgeous. Swing that leg behind you as you reach the right hand all the way down and peel that left hand all the way up to the sky. Again, like I said, a block works really well here if you're struggling. Breathing in, and as you exhale, keep the back heel lifted, coming through a twisted crescent to your reverse warrior, or your exalted warrior is a good name for it as well. Lifting the chest, And as you exhale, coming into warrior two, bend deep, deep, deep into that front knee. And making sure as well, a good point to focus on here is make sure this knee doesn't fall in this way. You want to make sure that you can still see that big toe if you just glance down. Tuck the tush in for two. And for one, flip the front palm. Here we go. Reverse warrior two, lift that chest, space between the shoulder and the ear. And as you exhale, extended side angle, tuck that hip under and reach the right hand all the way up and overhead. Gorgeous job. Bringing the right hand all the way down. You have your options, either modified side plank or full side plank. Press into the right hand so hard that your hips also lift up and create almost like a big old rainbow. Breathing in. And bring the left hand down, making your way through your choice of Vinyasa. Inhale to lift the chest and exhale, downward facing dog. Gorgeous job, breathing in. And as you exhale, your knees hit the ground, coming back through your extended child pose. Good, okay. Start to come up to your knees, so you're sitting all the way up. Hey. And we're just gonna kind of do a little bit of playtime here. So we've been doing a lot of side planking during this class. So we're just gonna keep building on that. You can play with the versions that we've already done throughout class, which I will go through again, or you can try a couple of my suggestions out and see if you enjoy those as well. Whatever you choose to do, it doesn't matter. And I feel different on any given day that I decide to do a yoga practice. Sometimes I want to go for all of the inversions and all of the advanced poses, and sometimes I just can't be bothered, right? So we've got to be authentic and true to ourselves. So, first option. So I'm going to come onto my left hand first. So coming into your plank pose, press into your left hand, first coming into your side plank. Okay, nice and strong here. This might be where you want to stay. But what I'm going to suggest here is full partridge. Okay, so we've already worked on the half version at the start of class. You're going to start to lift your right leg off. Bend the knee so the foot goes behind you. Already think about back bending whilst you're reaching for this foot, okay? Right hand comes to the top of the right foot, and then you take that foot back behind you. From here, think of really gripping through the toes. You'll notice that my supporting foot is flat on the mat, and then coming back through. Is super challenging, okay? As you can see, I've got my own wobbles in that one. It's a work in progress for me too. So if you keep dropping out of it, you're thinking, damn it, why can't I do it? It's not that you can't do it, you're just on a journey with it, okay? Other side, let's go. So coming through your plank, and then popping onto your right hand side plank. Lifting the left foot. Notice that I'm coming onto the full sole of my foot down here. Bending that top leg so the foot comes behind you. Reaching for the top of the foot. Nice job. And then pressing that foot backwards. Embracing all of the wobbles for 3, for 2, for 1. Good job, everyone. Up. And if full partridge is it's a lot for you, as you can tell I'm out of breath too, you can stay and play with the version that we did at the start of class. So in the modified side plank, knee down, lifting the leg, and then reaching back for the foot. That might be quite enough for you right now. I wouldn't blame you. Okay, whew. Second option I'm going to give you to play with now. Okay, and these are all just suggestions. If you have your own thing you want to do, please do. But we're going to come into an extension, holding the foot in your side plank. So again, left side first, coming into your plank, planting your left palm down, coming through plank. So 2 options here to work on this. Reach your right hand up. You can simply come into a tree pose, okay? So bringing the right foot to the inside of the left thigh and then pressing your hips up. Moving on from this, you can come into your full leg extension. So peace fingers, grab the big toe, and then you're extending that leg all the way up. Lift the hips. You'll notice again, I'm on the full sole of my left foot. And you can have a bent knee in this as well, as you work up to it. If you're ready. Need something even more chill than that, that's absolutely fine. You can take modified extension here. So you're on your knee and you can either bend the knee in like so, or you can practice the motion of grabbing the big toe and extending from here. So all the options. Let's take it on the other side. So right side, coming through your side plank. You have your option to take tree if you wish, but if not, peace fingers, grab the left toe and we extend upwards, pressing onto the full sole of the right foot. Once you're there, tuck the tush under, lift the hips, maybe lift the gaze if you're brave enough. Good job. And coming all the way back down through your come back up through your downward facing dog just very briefly. Don't be alarmed, I know we've done a lot. And bringing your right knee all the way through so that it meets the right wrist, coming into pigeon. So bringing that right foot, the right toes towards the left wrist, and then snuggling your left knee all the way back. Square the hips off as much as you can. Start by lifting the chest. Inhale, open up that airway. And as you exhale, start to walk the fingertips forward. Maybe forearms, maybe creating a pillow with your hands, or if you have it in your body today, you feel nice and loose, you can reach the arms all the way forward, pancaking your body down into that pigeon. And let everything relax here, so no tension in the arms and the hands. If you notice that you're rolling your hips over towards the right, just consciously lower that left hip down towards the left. Just a couple of breaths longer here. Last breath in. And as you breathe out, come back onto the hands if you weren't already there. Tuck the back toes under and back to downward facing dog. Gorgeous. Ooh, serious cracks in the feet and the knees there. Goodness me. Okay, let's take it over onto the left side. So bringing that left knee through to the left wrist, untuck the back toes, moving into your pigeon on the left side. Lift the chest first, adjust your hips so that they're not falling onto the left side. And as you exhale, take your sleeping version of pigeon. Just 3 more breaths here. And start to come back up onto your hands. This time, rolling onto the left hip and swinging the right leg around. Extending both legs out in front of you. Flex through the toes, reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Inhale. And as you exhale, tuck your belly button towards the spine as you lean forward. All the way back up, point the toes, reach the arms forward, start to round through the spine as we roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. See if you can avoid the belly flop, or rather the back flop, as you come down, and we're moving into Shavasana. So any more movements that you want to take, you're very welcome to do so. But if not, you're letting your body go out nice and long, palms face upwards, ankles drop, open or close, whatever feels comfortable for them. And you're closing your eyes. And give me 10 beautiful breaths here. Five more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Start to bring some movement back to your fingers and back to your toes. And then bring the feet together, bring the hands overhead, stretch, full body stretch, point the toes, reach for fingers. Inhale. Exhale, curl into a little baby ball on the right or the left side. And use that to transition up to a seat. Sitting nice and tall through the spine, take a deep breath in and out. Hands together, press the thumbs into the sternum. Have the most beautiful day, everybody. You deserve it. I hope this was what you needed today. and I'll see you on the mat again soon. Namaste.